Hey Wanderers! Welcome back to another Foolish Wanderers podcast, the podcast about anything and everything. So today we decided that we wanted to finally talk about some of the world's deadliest and most dangerous plants and trees. Yeah, we've been hinting about them for the last couple episodes, and we finally decided to make a full episode about it.
Have we been hinting about making this episode?
Yeah, literally, I was editing the Celtic zodiac one, and we started talking about what I forget what tree we were talking about, the Gympie-Gympie, the suicide tree, which we will get to at the end. But we were talking about that one, and then I was like, we should make this a full podcast.
What
We
a
can talk about-
joyous name with a very sad subject. The
Yeah.
Gympie-Gympie tree is the
Gympie-Gympie.
suicide tree?
Yes. Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into why it's called that.
Contradiction.
But first, before we get into the deadliest and most evil plants, I wanted to talk about something that's been popping up on my TikTok feed for a while, and that is McDonald's new spin-off restaurant called Cosmics, based off an old 80s cartoon character that they had. So
I'm excited.
Are you? Okay. So I'm going to read some little blips from an article from usatoday.com. Basically, it kind of goes into like what Cosmics is,
What it is.
what it is, and like what they're supposed to be serving. Apparently,
Their branding. Okay.
branding. Yes. Okay, so it's going to be limited locations, and I think one of the locations right now is going to be in Chicago. But there's a few locations opening up in early 2024, so pretty soon. So basically, Cosmics, spelled C-O-S-M-C, so like Cos McDonald's, joke, fun. Okay, is a spin-off of a restaurant idea from McDonald's. Apparently, it's a small format concept with the DNA of a McDonald's, but with its own unique personality.
But
So-
McDonald's already has, not really anymore. Now, when we were growing up, it used to have a personality.
It used to be more fun, like family kind of feel.
Yeah, like the play place. I don't think they do the play place anymore. I remember there was a party room where they had like the murals of the creepy trees, and you would sit in like those I don't know what they're called, but like those weird looking yarn characters. They had stools that were like bar stools like that, and then there was
Fry Guys.
Yeah, the Fry Guys. Then there were burger stools and.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun, and then now it just kind of looks like communist, like 60s Russia would be the aesthetic for the McDonald's.
Like here, I guess like they've redone a bunch of McDonald's around here, and they're kind of like modernized. Just very, they use a lot of like earth tones and a lot of like wood and like modern, like kind of like Scandinavian modern almost.
No way.
Around here, it looks kind of like that.
Does it?
Yeah.
It looks like. I know what you're talking about with the earth tones, and they have a lot of brick and metal and, pendant lighting and such and such.
Yeah.
It's just like cold, I don't know, like cold sushi restaurant vibes to me. I'm not a fan.
I guess sushi restaurant's kind of good. Yeah. I don't know. It's not as. I wonder if ours look different than yours. They probably do to some degree.
I don't know.
I'll have to check that out sometime. But anyways, so apparently the company seems to is trying to lean into more of a space theme, or like futurism aesthetic, basically off the character Cosmic.
And he's an alien?
Let's see. So he was in a 1987 commercial called "The Story of Cosmic," and I guess you can find it on YouTube. Okay, so I guess he's an alien that landed in McDonald's land, and he is basically like in a very rotund metal suit. He's like an orange little alien with I think 4 arms sticking out the sides and like 2 legs. He's orange and he has like a purple metal round suit.
Oh, he's lame.
That lame. He's very
so
80s 90s.
It's so lame, Katrina. I thought you were talking about I thought the Cosmic was like the cool moon guy, like the crescent moon guy. You know what I'm talking about? with the sunglasses and he wears like the suit.
Is this a McDonald's character?
Yeah, look him up.
Okay, hold on.
I thought it was that. I didn't know it was this like Kmart looking
Oh,
Disney
okay.
character.
The moon. So the guy that Kendra's talking about is called Mac Tonight. He was used. So Mac Tonight was a fictional character used in marketing for McDonald's restaurants during the late 1980s, so before Cosmic. And he has a crescent moon head, sunglasses, and he plays a piano.
And he's cool.
He looks scary.
He looks cool. this real cosmic character looks like a buffoon.
Yeah, well, he's like for kids. He's not supposed to be like late at night, go to McDonald's.
Well,
Kind
it
of
should be
vibes.
He's lame.
He's interesting. You gotta Google him. He's an interesting
He's
little
wearing
dude.
platform tennis shoes.
Yes, he is.
He's lame.
Oh no.
All right, I'm personally not into this cosmics now at all.
Oh, okay. You don't want to hear the menu?
I do, but
Okay. So somebody apparently took some photos of the menu, just kind of snooped around and found the menu. But according to the photos, some of the menu features include teas, lemonades, coffees, slushies, and frappes, and signature fruit drinks called Galactic Boosts. So like a turmeric spiced latte, churro frappe, and a sour cherry energy burst.
the churro frappe sounds really good.
That sounds kind of good, yeah.
It does sound really good.
I'm not gonna lie. And then there are some food items, apparently, like the spicy queso sandwich, a creamy avocado tomatillo sandwich, pretzel bites, and savory hash brown bites. They also include all-day breakfast items, like the Egg McMuffin, Bacon McMuffin with egg, and Sausage McMuffin with egg. And then they also have McFlurries just thrown in there. So it's kind of like a McDonald's, like a slimmed-down McDonald's menu with a bunch of like fancier drinks, is what I'm thinking. And I think so. The one that so the location that this menu was taken pictures of was in Bolingbrook, a town roughly 30 miles outside of Chicago, Illinois. So, and that's the first restaurant Cosmix is supposed to open apparently in early 2024.
Oh, that's by Naperville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's supposed to open up. Okay.
Yeah.
Eh.
Meh.
Meh.
I think it'd be fun to try. I'd be interested. It sounds like do you know like Sonic, the drive-in restaurant?
I know the commercials.
You've never been to Sonic?
I stopped at one and then I saw the menu and then I left. That's
Okay.
how it went.
Okay. Like the drink menus remind me of like a Sonic in my
Okay.
opinion. So
Okay. It's like a
don't
shake,
know.
more shakes or fun
Yeah, it's more
lemonades
like
and stuff.
make your own like drinks and stuff, yeah. Although I have not been to a Sonic for quite a while, so that I might be remembering it differently, but
You go there now, it's just depressing.
probably. Yeah. Alright, shall we get into the most dangerous plants?
No, because I have to
Oh.
save the McDonald's. I gotta save it.
Yeah. What do you mean you gotta save it?
Because McDonald's is making major changes to its burgers.
What?
Did you not? This was the news that I thought you were going to talk
See,
about.
I was talking about this new restaurant. I was so excited. I did not hear about blasphemy changing your iconic burgers. What is happening?
So they're promising that it's going to now be the best burger ever, which I hope not, because I can't have them anymore, but when I could, they were my favorite. I like them the way that they are.
Oh.
My favorite meal from McDonald's is the cheap like single burgers, you know, the ones I'm talking about.
Mhm.
They don't have sesame seeds on it.
Yep,
Right?
just a dollar burger.
The dollar burger.
Oh.
Yep. Large Coke.
Okay.
Large fry. Right?
Okay.
And that is if depression was a meal, it's that burger. It's the dollar burger from McDonald's.
Yeah.
When I'm feeling when I was feeling down, I would get that and I would eat that sad, flimsy little cardboard burger and I would just be like, "Yep, this is it. I'm in it." And just like it's like you're just in the waves. You're just like, "Yep, just go with the flow. This is what it is."
It's pretty good. Like if you're craving it, it's pretty good.
It's awful. So they're changing it. So let's see. Okay, so they're saying now that the burger changes will hit all McDonald's locations nationwide by early 2024.
They're making a lot of changes early on in the year.
Okay, so what exactly are they changing? So the patties are going to change. So 6 patties will be grilled at a time instead of 8. With fewer patties, the auto cooking mechanism will apply less pressure, which will reportedly result in juicier burgers.
Okay.
And then the revamped burgers will also be made with buttery brioche buns that are sliced with a thicker bottom to retain heat. And then they're
Interesting.
also changing cheese, lettuce, and the tomatoes. So, here's a good list.
Okay.
More sauce on Big Macs.
Oh, delicious.
Onions will be rehydrated after purchase to ensure juiciness.
Did you know about their dehydrated onions?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So the onions that like is like, yeah, on your iconic dollar burger, right? Your delicious little dice,
Depression!
your depression
Depression
dollar
meal.
burger.
Yeah, what's on it?
Those little tiny diced onions that are delicious, they're
Yeah.
dehydrated. So like they're not cut fresh.
What are you
They
talking about?
come
It's
in
just
like,
like dust?
yeah, they're coming as dust, and then you put water in them, and it makes them into onions.
You're saying it looks like a Listerine strip or some crap, and then you just like
You
put
know, like
water on it?
like a little Lucky Charms marshmallows dehydrated.
Yeah.
It's like that, but onion.
Ew.
So that's what the onions are.
Okay. I mean, what? I mean, did I call it or did I not call it? Like, it is the depression meal. Like, that is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Okay. So, no shame to anyone. That's like the best meal on the planet. If like I was dying, that'd be my last meal. I'd be like, yep.
Get 10 of those dollar burgers, a large
Oh
fry,
yeah.
and a large Coke.
Yep. Yep. I'd be like, no, if it was my last meal, I'd be like, I don't want a large Coke. I want the fountain. I want the
Just
whole
the whole
fountain. I want the
Just let it run.
nozzle. I want the gun. Give me the
Yeah.
gun nozzle.
Oh, I don't know if you say that out here.
Oh, I can't say that. It's the pop machine,
Yeah, just
the
push
gun,
the
the pop
button.
gun. Yeah, the buns.
Mhm.
Okay, melt your cheese. Which, okay, the last 2 times I've seen a McDonald's burger, like the
Mhm.
cheese has been half off the burger. Like they don't even try anymore. Like they don't
No, they
even
don't.
try. It's like on the paper. It's dangling off of like the burger. It's
It's on
hanging
this
on
last
for
leg.
dear life. It's hanging
Yes.
on for dear life. The
Speak
cheese is not on there.
Speaking of cheese, I sent a Snapchat. I don't know if Kendra understood it, but when I was at Burger King this past week, there's a Christmas tree, right? It's like this joyful little Christmas tree, and they're like, "Oh, decorate it with all your ornaments or whatever." No one has done that, I don't think. But in the middle,
No, because people don't go to Burger King to decorate a Christmas tree.
no, you don't. But then, like in the middle of this tree, there's this cup. Like it's like clear plastic cup from Burger King, right? Inside of it was a singular slice of cheese.
Yeah, I thought that's just. I mean, what else do you expect when you go to Burger King?
I was baffled, but it was so funny.
I couldn't tell what it was in the cup.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't see. I was like, "What?" You told me cheese. I was like,
A
"What?"
singular slice of American cheese.
The worst cheese known to man.
Plastic cheese.
Plastic cheese.
Yes. So McDonald's is gonna have a step above plastic cheese.
I doubt it. It's just gonna be plasticier cheese, waxy
Yeah.
cheese,
Waxy cheese. There you go. It's a step
waxy
above.
cheese.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, fresher lettuce and pickles.
Okay.
6 patties will be grilled at a time. Brioche buns sliced with a thicker bottom. And then sesame seeds will be further spaced out.
That sounds like you're just skimping on my sesame seeds.
Yeah, I know. So that's the changes to the burgers. They say it's gonna be the
Mhm.
best burgers ever.
Interesting. I'll have to wait and see. Although I have noticed, so like in the last like year or so, like brioche has become such a staple.
Isn't it? Is it so weird, right?
It's just like all of a sudden it was like brioche.
Yeah.
And it's like it's okay, like it's good, but like I don't need it for every bread.
I don't get why.
Yeah, I think it's because it's new. Like around here in the Midwest, we're not in the fancy city. We don't get brioche all the time. But now it's like brioche French toast, and you get brioche on your hamburgers. You get brioche, like everything is brioche.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah,
I get everything 5 years late.
yeah, yeah. We do.
So I don't know. Get gluten-free buns, McDonald's.
That would be nice.
Yep.
Yeah, they should do
The-
that. Doesn't
fast-
Culver's have them?
Yes, the fast food chain restaurant Culver's does have them.
My favorite fast food. I love Culver's.
I like Five Guys
Ooh, those are good too. Yeah.
because Mr. Kinder got me one of those. They have it's called the lettuce wrap.
Mhm.
It is you okay, if you cannot eat this in the car, you have to eat this at a trough
Oh no.
because it is the messiest thing I have ever eaten in my life.
Is it just like instead of a bun, it's lettuce leaves wrapped around it?
It's like it's like a lettuce burrito with and it would be good. It'd be so good if it wasn't like boiling hot meat from like just shoved in there
Oh
because the
yeah.
bottom gets just filled with grease and the lettuce gets you know
Wilted.
wilted rubbery just like mushy. It's the
Oh,
first half was just amazing, delicious.
okay.
The bottom half I couldn't finish that I had to just like unroll it and throw the mushed lettuce away and then pick at it with my hands.
Oh,
But I mean, it was good. It was fine.
well, good.
Yeah.
Do they have gluten-free buns there, or is it just the lettuce?
No, it's
Oh,
just the
okay.
lettuce.
Okay.
Their fries are really good too.
They are. They're
Just
really good.
made peanut oil.
Mhm. Should we get into
Yeah, I
evil?
was trying to think of like I was like, speaking of peanuts.
Speaking of peanuts, yeah, Five Guys is not a friendly place if you're allergic to peanuts. So,
Well, I didn't mean that. I meant like we're gonna talk about plants now.
yeah, the
Peanut
deadly,
tree.
deadly. You have a peanut tree
No,
in your
but
house? Oh,
I don't have
okay.
a peanut. That would be funny. Deadliest plants. Peanut tree.
Or peanut bush, I guess. Is it a bush plant?
I don't know.
I think it's a plant.
Is a peanut a bush or a tree?
Let me look.
I bet it's a bush.
I think it's like a little like a pea stalk.
Could we argue that it's a tree or no? Peanut bush?
It
Is it a tree? Wait, didn't we do Candyland and the grandma nut? Didn't
Yeah,
she have like peanut bushes
I think so.
or trees?
Peanut grows below ground.
What?
So, okay, so here is a article from Aunt Ruby's Peanuts. She says that many people are surprised to learn, like we are, that peanuts do not grow on trees like pecans or walnuts. Peanuts are legumes, which I've heard, I guess. Yeah. So,
Legume.
legumes,
That's
not
French
nuts.
for Lego.
Lego. So they are legumes, not nuts. The peanut plant is unusual because it flowers above ground, but the peanut grows below ground. Planted in early spring, the peanut grows best in calcium-rich sandy soil.
Gun to my head, I had no idea.
I don't think I would have remembered that it grows underground.
I thought it was a bush.
I thought so too. I thought it was like an episode of SpongeBob that he grew a peanut, and I thought it was a bush.
I thought it was like I honestly thought it's like in the South. Yeah, you could like in Georgia, you could probably go like up here. We do like the apple picking. Down
Uh-huh.
there, you could probably do peanut picking, where
No,
you
they grow like
go
potatoes.
with your friends with a bucket and you just like pick peanuts off the bushes, and you have I don't know like a sparkling rosé in the other hand, and you listen to Luke
Oh,
Bryan. I thought this was a thing that they do, but I guess not.
I guess not. No, it looks like you just kind of dig them out of the ground like potatoes.
Yep.
Okay, evil trees and plants, deadly plants. Let's go. We're 20 minutes in.
Oh my gosh. Let's just not even do it and talk about everything. No,
It's like everything
everything
but
but.
yes.
Like for a while, Jack Black had a gaming channel on
Mm,
YouTube,
did
and
he?
for like the first, I followed it for a while because it was funny. Because for like the first, I don't know, 6 months, he didn't
Mhm.
game.
Okay,
Like he talked about it, and then he just wouldn't game. He's like,
that's him.
this is a gaming channel. I got all this stuff. I have this setup. So we're gonna game. What game should I play?
Oh gosh,
And it
I
just
love
was,
him.
it was just extended. I thought it was funny. I love the running joke.
That's great. I love Jack
hmm
Black. He's awesome.
hmm He's great. I watched the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's on Netflix right now.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so funny.
it's great. It's
It's
like
great.
it's so like it's very predictable, but it's funny.
It's a kid. I mean, it is a kids movie. It's so
Yes.
predictable,
Yeah.
but it's how Disney used to be, where they would have like adult sort of jokes or
Mhm.
themes or Easter eggs for Super Mario
Mhm.
fans in there.
Yep.
So it was so enjoyable.
Yeah.
I love it. I might watch it again.
I went to it with my sister when it first came out in, like, the drive-in theater. That was fantastic because we just
I
sat in my
bet.
car and we just, like, laughed and talked about it, like, the little jokes the whole time.
Mhm.
It was great.
It was great.
It's
The
great.
penguins were my favorite part.
I love them.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then, you know what? Okay, before we start,
What? Eh,
I didn't know this until
oh,
now,
okay.
but Mr. Kendra informed me
Mhm.
that Bowser
Yes.
is not a dragon. He is a turtle.
Yes.
I had no idea.
I mean, he has a shell.
I thought it was like a back. I thought it was like a backpack because he led like the Koopas, which are turtles.
Yeah, they're turtles.
So I thought he just had it like out of fear. I thought he was like a dragon because
Oh,
he's got like a
okay.
tail and he does the fire. So it's
Turtles
like
have
he's like
tails.
a he's like Bowser's a badass. He breathes fire. He's like a dragon with horns. So
Yeah.
cool. Red hair. He yeah, no.
Yeah, he's a turtle.
Mr. Kendra informed me he was a turtle and he said, duh, because he leads an army of turtles. And I said, I didn't. It's like, so?
Infallible logic. That's
Yeah.
like chef's kiss logic.
It's like, he has a shell. It's like, I thought it was an accessory to spark fear in his minions. I didn't know it was because he was a
He's a turtle.
He's like
Oh,
he's like his son is the Koopa kid and he is a turtle. And I was like, I don't know.
oh, the more you know.
I thought he was a dragon.
I mean, he does look like a dragon because he breathes fire.
It'd be so much cooler if he was a dragon. It's so much lamer that he's a
Yeah.
turtle.
It's like he's a fire-breathing turtle. He's still pretty awesome.
A dragon. I can't be the only person that thought he was a dragon, right?
No, I'm sure you're not.
I've lived how many years? 20 plus years thinking a quarter of a century and some change that I
Mhm.
thought he was a dragon.
That's okay.
At least I didn't find out on my deathbed. That would have been horrible. All of a
Eh.
sudden, you just like find out you die. You're just like,
No, dead.
like Bowser's a turtle, not a
Dead.
dragon. No. And it's like,
And your family's just like,
that was her last words.
that'd be fantastic if that was your last words.
Yes, it would be awesome. I gotta remember it.
Please do.
I can't believe that he's a Koopa. Okay, now we can start. I just had to tell everybody that because
All right, do you want to start with your first one, or do you want me to?
I'm gonna start with a bang.
Okay,
So the Machineal tree. Doesn't that sound good, Machineal?
it does. It's a fun word.
Yes.
I like it.
So this tree grows throughout Southern Americas and the Caribbean. So the Machineal tree, it is so dangerous that authorities often place warning signs to caution people away from it. And you know how well signs work.
Mhm.
So also it is also known as the beach apple, sometimes misspelled as like Beach apple, but it is Beech apple. The beach apple.
Neat.
The beach apple. Or poison guava.
Ooh, that
So-
sounds cool.
That sounds cool.
It sounds
So-
like a cool band name.
It does.
Guava.
Poison guava.
Poison guava.
Up next, coming to the stage. Give it up for Poison Guava.
The new smash hit, Koopa Troopa.
Koopa Troopa. Or it could be a stripper name too. Poison Guava.
Yeah. it could
She
be.
spits at you, like spits champagne at you, like
Ew. That's really nasty.
I feel like strip clubs, have lower standards. They could,
You have much experience?
No,
Okay.
I don't at all. So I mean, I could be just talking out of my ass, which I most of the time I am. Okay, Machineal. So first of all, the fruit. I'm not even I'm gonna try to do the Latin thing. The Manzanilla di la Murta.
Muerte.
Murta. That's Spanish.
Yeah, it sounds
Murta.
Spanish.
Murtra. Murta? Don't know.
Mer-
Marta. Martha.
Martha. Do you want me to Google it?
I know Murta. I think it's Murta.
Martha?
Murtog.
Guten Tag.
Matlock.
It's Spanish.
It's Spanish.
Manzanilla de la Muerte.
Okay, add that little section in there. Okay. Or Little Apple of Death.
Ooh.
Up next, coming to the stage. Give it up for Little Apple of Death.
Poison Guava and their sidekick, Little Apple of Death.
And Little Apple of Death is like 5 feet tall. Okay. Okay. In case you weren't convinced of the danger of Poison Guava and Little Apple of Death, it is slightly sweet tasting, but it's very bad to eat the fruit. Just a small bite will cause boils to form in your mouth and your throat,
Ew.
and swallowing this could kill you.
It sounds like a Hunger Games fruit.
It does. But it's real, and not a movie that Jennifer Lawrence stars in.
Yeah.
Okay, the tree produces sap that will cause blindness and blistering of the skin should it come into contact with a person or an animal.
Why does this exist?
Because of God. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
So even standing beneath the tree in rain can result in skin blistering, and encountering smoke from burning macanil wood could cause blindness.
Yikes.
Nikola
Nicola, I think.
Nikola Tesla, a radiologist on vacation, found out the hard way that the macanil is not to be trifled with.
Oh no.
Quote, I rashly took a bite from this fruit and found it pleasantly sweet. My friend also partook at my suggestion. So she's like Eve.
Yeah. Nicola.
Damn Eve and Nicola.
Did they ignore the signs? Did they just walk past them?
Probably.
Okay.
So moments later, we noticed a strange peppery feeling in our mouths, which gradually progressed to a burning, tearing sensation and tightness of the throat. The symptoms worsened over a couple of hours until we could barely swallow food because of the excruciating pain and the feeling of a huge, obstructing pharynx. Who talks like this? A radiologist does that too.
Yes. Here, let me Google.
It's basically a huge lump in the back of your throat.
Pharyngeal.
Pharyngeal. Now we learned something new. I learned how to read.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Obtruding pharyngeal lump. Obtruding pharyngeal lump. Okay. Sadly, the pain was exacerbated by most alcoholic beverages. What? Although mildly appeased by pina coladas, but more so by milk alone. Why would you just be like, okay, I'm in excruciating pain, I feel like I can't swallow anything. I know, I'm gonna drink a pina colada and see if it goes away.
Just chug it. Yeah, that's not my first thought. You know, I think water.
That's maybe my third thought.
Your third, not
It'd be milk and then water, and then I don't know, I would drink like a Benadryl, but could you drink Benadryl? I don't even know.
I think there's liquid Benadryl.
Well, I guess I would drink liquid Benadryl, and then I'd be like, vodka shot.
Finally.
Yeah, fourth.
Okay.
Okay, so if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain under a macanil tree. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. So the macanil tree, write the authors of the 1993 study, is found in the West Indies, Central America, the Bahamas, South America, and the west coast of Africa. It has been described as the most toxic tree on the North American continent, and so in the United States, it is allowed to grow only in the Everglades of Florida and the Virgin Islands National Park.
Of course, it's Florida.
Yes, Florida is our Australia, where everything wants to kill you, including the people.
Yep.
Well, not all the people, some of the people. The Florida people.
The Florida people. Florida man.
Florida man. Okay, so why this tree exists and why this tree is planted and why it is living is because the tree is capable of flourishing in a highly saline environment. It is therefore usually found in coastal region, and it has an extensive root system, so that is which has led to planting it in an effort to prevent coastal erosion. So the only reason why this tree is planted is to help prevent coastal erosion.
I
But
mean,
the mangrove tree has a big root system as well, so I don't know the difference.
that is interesting that they're like, oh yeah, there's other plants, that can have a huge root system and help with erosion, but we're gonna plant this highly
Mahogany
toxic
tree.
one. Yeah, we're gonna plant this
The
one.
deadliest tree ever.
Yep.
Great.
Good times.
Yep.
So I'm going to talk about the bunya pine. So bunya pine trees are from where else but Australia.
If it's not from Florida, it's in Australia.
Yes. Yep. So they can grow up to be very tall, reaching almost 150 feet. So they're pretty tall trees. The danger from the tree comes from its spiky pine cones that are gigantic and fall from the tree for reproduction. So, like, I have a picture of this little child holding a pine cone, but it's just the size of a basketball.
It's the size of its head, of the kid's head. Like,
Yes.
bigger, probably.
It's huge.
Huge. My mom would love it.
We should just set it on her mantle.
She just likes, for what, I don't know if anymore, but when I was a kid, I just remember her liking huge pine cones. Like, she liked the, like, sequoia pine cones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so she had a bunch, like, just a bowl of those for some reason.
She could make a bowl out of this.
This would be the bowl.
Yes. Yeah.
She could put her pine cones in this pine cone.
Yes. That would be fantastic. We should make her that. That'd be great. So, if one of the gigantic pine cones is hit, severe injuries or even death are imminent. So, like, if one of these things falls from 150 feet, it can kill you.
Oh yeah.
There is limited seed dispersal of the pine cones, mainly because of their huge size. That means the seeds can only be within a close range on the forest floor, which highly contributes to the continued growth of the bunya pine tree and its pine cones. So they don't go very far, but they are massive.
They do. They're crushing your car.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine just walking out of work and there's like 3 of these things in your car?
in your car.
In your car, yes.
In your car, because they've crushed their way through the roof and they're just sitting in the seats.
They're buckled in and ready to go.
Yep. All right, next one.
Okay.
The Nambian bottle tree. Is that how you say it? Nambian?
I think so. Nambian.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is a desert tree that is shaped like a bottle to hold water for the tree. However, the water is highly poisonous and fatal to animals and humans. Hunters use the water for hunting game. Wait, I said that like weird.
Hey, goodness.
So they use the water for hunting animals because it's poisonous.
Okay. It's interesting that you'd feed this to an animal and then kill it to eat it.
Yeah, it's weird because then wouldn't you get the toxic? I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Nature.
Yeah. Not my first thought.
Yeah. Anyways, the toxic water is a defense mechanism against desert animals that would otherwise consume all the water, leaving the plant to die.
Mm-hmm.
So this tree also has thorny branches to keep it safe from anyone trying to destroy it. And the good thing about the plant is that you will not find it in most human habitats. It is designed for the desert and has a distinct shape that it would be hard to miss it because it's shaped like a bottle.
It's bulbous.
Yep.
So something about this, I think it's this tree. I don't know why I've had this thought. I think because growing up I read The Hunger Games. But when I would see pictures of this tree or a tree like it, I was like, oh, if I ever need water and I'm for some reason in the desert and I find these trees, that's where I'm going to get water, right? Because it's a bulbous tree. Yeah, I know not to now.
It looks like a bowling pin. I would definitely think it looks like a bottle of water. I would just
yeah,
a natural bottle of water. Why would it be evil?
Yeah, even cactuses and stuff. I think the barrel cactus. I think you can drink the water from those.
I think you drink the water from all the cactuses, right? The cacti, right?
I think so. I don't know. I think the barrel.
You can eat all of it. Just eat it.
Just
eat the meat.
Yeah, take the spines off and eat it. Yeah, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, next one. So the next one I have is white snake root.
Is that a band from the 80s?
Oh, I hope so.
No, isn't it like snake skin or what is that? What is there? Snakeskin. Who's
What
the
is
band?
it?
It's a
Is it
hair
just
band.
Whitesnake?
White Snake. White Snake.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just Whitesnake.
It's just White Snake.
Okay. So, white snake root is a North American herb with flat topped clusters of small white flowers and contains a toxic alcohol known as trematol or trematol. So, white snake root was responsible for the death of Abraham Lincoln's mother, Nancy Hanks. So, while many people have died directly from ingesting this deadly plant, Nancy Hanks was poisoned by simply drinking the milk from a cow who had grazed on the plant. So, that's
Whoa.
scary.
That's so
It
scary.
is. So both the meat and milk from poisoned livestock can pass from the toxin to human consumers. So, which like is even more scary if you don't know that this cow drank from or like ate from a field that had this stuff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So symptoms of milk poisoning include loss of appetite, nausea, weakness, abdominal discomfort, reddened tongue, abnormal acidity of the blood, and death.
Oh,
So
death is a symptom?
it's a
Or a
symptom.
symptom?
It's
That's
a
great.
symptom. Yep. So, luckily, farmers are now more aware of this life threatening hazard and make efforts to remove the plant from animal pastures.
Please remove all these from your animal pastures. Please.
Please kill it.
Please kill it
Thank you.
before it kills us.
Yes.
Okay, so the sandbox tree is also known as the dynamite tree because its large pods explode and drop
Yay.
bulky seeds at a very high speed. Sounds like a Michael Bay movie.
It does. Yes.
Okay, so the trees grow to about 200 feet tall, which makes the dropping seeds quite dangerous to anything beneath the tree, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, additionally, this weird tree has bark. The bark has nasty spikes all around it, and it produces a toxic sap that is poisonous to human beings. I don't know why my dog is screaming.
I can hear.
I'm sorry, everybody. Inca is screaming for some reason.
Oh.
Okay, so the spikes on the tree have earned it the name Monkey No Climb because no animals or human beings will go anywhere near this tree.
Did you know that? So I also had that one in my list, but apparently, so the sap was used by the indigenous people to make poison darts.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then so the seeds, they look like pumpkins. Like, you're like the texture of a pumpkin.
Oh, they
They
do.
do. And then like when they fall, they like explode into like orange slices. And when they explode, it sounds like a pistol shot.
That's
So
freaky.
it like explodes. So it's also called the dynamite tree.
Mhm.
And so these seeds can be flung up at speeds around 250 kilometers an hour or 155 miles an hour.
Oh my, it's a bullet.
It is. And then they can be flung up to 45 meters or about 148 feet.
Okay, well that's not that bad, but still, it's a bullet.
That's if you're by that thing,
You're dead.
that does some damage.
Monkey no climb.
Yes, no climb, human no climb. Yep. All right, so the next one that I have is the aster bean. So aster beans, or the aster bean tree, is used to make castor oil. So it has heart-shaped leaves and grows along cultivated field edges and riverbanks. So this is the one that Kendra, we read, I forget which episode we talked about it, but we talked about how the actual castor beans, like if you eat them, they can be deadly. And
I
then
used it on my face.
yes, and
So
Kendra freaked out and she does not remember.
I do not remember this, but I used it on my face.
Yes. So this plant originated from Africa, but you can now find it in North America and some parts of the southern and eastern US. So castor oil is used for medicinal purposes, but only because the toxins are removed during processing. So eating
Thank God.
yeah. So eating a single castor bean with its toxins still in it is fatal. So the castor bean contains ricin, a deadly and highly toxic chemical harmful to humans. It is one of the naturally occurring toxins that can be removed to create a highly useful product.
So if somebody wanted to kill another person, that's what you should do.
Just a single castor bean.
You should like give them castor oil. That's not.
Oh, yeah, that's not
still
like
has the ricin in it. You'd be like, here you go, use this on your face. It'll get rid of your acne, because it will kill you. Oh, we could talk about hemlock. I mean, nothing really is good about hemlock. Like, nothing's fun about hemlock.
nightshade. No.
Anyways, yeah, so this plant famously killed Socrates,
Okay.
and water hemlock has been deemed, quote, the most violently toxic plant in North America. Yay. So this is a large wildflower in the carrot family. So
Interesting. Okay.
carrots. So it resembles Queen Anne's lace,
Hmm.
and it is sometimes confused with edible parsnips or celery. So, however, instead of celery, water hemlock is infused with deadly cisotoxin, especially in its roots, and will rapidly generate potentially fatal symptoms in anyone unlucky enough to eat it. Here they are: painful convulsions, abdominal cramps, nausea, and death are common symptoms, and, and those who survive are often afflicted with amnesia or lasting tremors.
That's scary. Yeah, I knew like there was I forgot what it was called, but like I knew there was something that looked almost exactly like Queen Anne's lace.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz like it's
And it's water hemlock.
order him look. Yeah. Cuz there's like just very slim differences between the two if you look at like the flowering part of it.
It's so freaky. I never want.
Mhm.
It's who was that guy? Candlestick Jack. I don't know what his name is.
Okay.
But I'll look it up. There was this film. It's based on this real guy. What's his name? What's his name? Christopher McCandless.
Okay.
But he was like a graduate student, young guy, and he liked to, I don't know, like travel and like walk in the woods and crap.
Okay.
But anyways, it's a good movie, but it shows him like hiking across like North America and into the Alaskan wilderness in like the
Okay.
early 1990s.
Mhm.
And he's like really good at the what do they call it, where you can like make like a bow and arrow
Foraging?
out of, yes, foraging and whatnot, right?
Okay.
And he accidentally um ate the wrong thing,
Yee.
and it was like poisonous, and he died alone in like a abandoned bus in Alaska.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why so like there's some extremely skilled people that can forage and like be completely fine.
And he was, but he just like, it was just like minute differences, right? In his
Yeah.
book. And the book was like, just, it wasn't like colored or anything. He just like, just one false step because he was starving, right? Like
Oh
one false
man.
step, and then he died. And then, so like, he, like his journal, I think, is, like, you can buy his journal, I believe. But so he like documents, because he realized he ate the wrong thing, right? Because he becomes sick.
Oh,
So then he like documents like that he dies.
that's really sad.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it's like there's a girl I follow on TikTok, but she does a lot of like the foraging and stuff. But like even like mushrooms and stuff, eating mushrooms scare me, to be honest with you. Because like eating the wrong one of those, it's not good either.
Yeah, that's not good either.
Yeah. Alright, the next one I have is the angel's trumpet.
Ooh.
The angel's trumpet is a small tree with large pendulous flowers. The tree is native to South America, and every part of the plant is toxic. So, consumption of any part of this plant, could lead to memory loss, hallucinations, paralysis, and even death. So, the flowers of the angel's trumpet have many different colors, including white, yellow, pink, and orange. They look kind of like an upside down daffodil, kind of without like the center part of a daffodil. However, the tree is not common to any part of the world. It is one of those trees that are slowly becoming extinct, which
Good.
is maybe okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Oh, it looks like, I know what it looks like. Kind of like a squash flower. You know, like you're growing pumpkins or like
Yes.
squash. It looks
Looks
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh,
looks like.
great.
Should we get to the last one called the Gympie-Gympie tree?
The Gympie-Gympie tree. Okay.
Gympie-Gympie tree. I do have
Gympie-Gympie tree.
okay, so I do have a video too of one of my one of my favorite YouTubers that I used to watch all the time. His name is Coyote Peterson, and he has a channel called Brave Wilderness. He went and found a Gympie-Gympie tree or plant and decided to put that on his skin and see what would happen. So I have a link if you guys want to watch that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Doesn't he do bites?
Yes, he does bites. He does like
Okay.
most painful bites and stings and
Yes.
stuff.
All
Yep.
right. I've
Yep.
seen the bites and the stings. I saw the one. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
What was the one? Did he do the thing where you put your hand in that mitten?
What mitten?
It's like, I don't know. I don't remember what indigenous tribe does this. It's this ant, and you put your
Like fire
hand in
ants?
this. Maybe it's a fire ant. I don't know, but it goes in this mitten, and then you put your hand, and you have to have this mitten on, and it's like the worst pain ever.
I don't remember him doing that, but he could have. I think he did fire ants. I think he put his arm in fire ants.
Okay,
Interesting. Okay, I have to look that up later.
I'm literally googling indigenous mitten that bites. That's what I'm
It sounds like a Marvel movie.
mitten.
Evil mitten.
I'm not finding anything right now.
Okay, well, while you Google that, let's get into the Gympie-Gympie tree, otherwise known as the suicide tree. So, although the leaves of the Gympie-Gympie plant may look soft and fuzzy, one touch will make you regret everything. So, that is because the stinging bush is one of nature's most painful experiences. Of course, the plant like this is native to Australia. Of course, it is.
Of
It
course.
has it has a sting that is so intense it's driven soldiers to suicide.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Okay.
And the British government once considered using it as a biological weapon of war. That's how painful this thing is.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the Gympie-Gympie is a deadly version of the stinging nettle that has stinging vegetation laced with toxic chemicals. The chemicals are fatal to the human body, and any contact with the plant could lead to death or at least prolonged discomfort.
What are they? Stinging nettles? What's that?
It's like basically like a thorny little plant that makes it like it stings. Like when you, I think it if you boil them, I think stinging nettles can be very good for your immune system. Let me look that up again.
Cool.
But they're
But you
very
have to
painful.
collect them.
Yeah, yeah. I've touched them and they suck. They make your skin itch and burn.
It is good for your immune system.
Let me double check that quick. So it can aid in skin and bone health. So it also has antihistamine, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial properties. So it's actually very useful, but it sucks if you touch it before you process it. It's high in amino acids, protein, flavonoids, and bone-building materials like iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and zinc. So
Okay. It's got some good stuff.
this got good stuff.
Or you could just take vitamins. But you know.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Let's see. So the Gympie-Gympie is a type of stinging bush that gets its name from the Australian town of Gympie, where gold miners first identified and named it the Gympie bush in the 1860s.
The Gympie bush.
So the plant thrives in tropical environments and is largely found across Australia and New South Wales, but is most common in southern Queensland and up to the Cape York Peninsula. It is especially common in the Atherton tablelands. However, it has also been found in Indonesia. Plant can grow up to 10 feet tall and has large heart-shaped leaves that can measure 2 feet across. So it's not a small plant. So the hairs on the Gympie-Gympie work like self-injecting hypodermic needles. There is a bulb at the shaft of each of the little needles or hairs that supplies it with a toxin, and each hair is easily broken off the leaf or stem. When the hair breaks off of the bulb, it sticks into the skin and releases its toxin.
Jeez.
The hairs are so small that they practically disappear into the skin on contact and can continue to cause pain for months after injection. Worse still, the Gympie-Gympie stealthily sheds its hairs into the air around it. Because it sheds, just being near the sneaky little plant puts you at risk for toxic exposure. So even if it's windy one day and you walk by anywhere near this thing, it can get into your lungs, like into your skin, just
Oh,
from the air.
jeez.
So yeah. Or if it rains, the water can brush them off, and if you're underneath this plant, it can get into you that way. So a brush with the tree is as, quote, surprising as an electric shock, says Thomas Durick. He is a biochemist at the University of Queensland in Brisbane, Australia. Another quote, you get some very bizarre sensations, crawling, shooting, and stinging pains, and a deep aching that feels like you're being slammed between two bricks. That's a quote from neuroscientist Irina Vetter. So the symptoms can be triggered for days or even weeks after an encounter while taking a shower or scratching the area that came in contact with the plant. There are a couple lucky animals, however, that are immune to the toxin and can eat the leaves without any ill effects. Examples include some beetles and rainforest kangaroos called pademelons.
Oh, patamelons. That's cute.
Pademelons. Yeah. I'm gonna Google that just see what they look like. I haven't looked at that yet.
They're little. Are they little?
Oh, they're so cute. Right. They look like a tiny baby kangaroo.
Oh, that's cute.
They're so cute. But they can.
Oh! Oh, that thing should be immune. It's too cute to die. Oh,
It is so cute,
it
and
is
they
like
can
a
eat.
little baby kangaroo. You're right.
It is. It is so cute. You should look up a patamelon. They're adorable.
Oh,
But yeah, so some resources that I used for this podcast include 8billiontrees.com, allthat'sinteresting.com, Britannica.com, and snexplorers.org.
and I used science on howstuffworks.com.
I just science.
Science.
Okay, that's it. Just science.
Yep. Oh, I found the indigenous mitten, biting
Okay.
mitten.
Okay.
So it's I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this, but the Sateri Mawe tribe of Brazil, they follow a ritual in which a person is made to wear bullet ant woven gloves in order to become a warrior. The ants are rendered unconscious by a natural sedative and then woven into leafy gloves with stingers facing inward.
That sounds horrific.
Yeah,
And the bullet ants are like one of the most painful stings.
yeah.
Or is it the most painful?
I
don't
think it
even-
might be the most painful. I don't know, but I remember watching a YouTube video and it looks crazy.
Oh, nasty.
But like little kids do this, like little boys do this to become a man. Like this is yeah, so we
Ugh, that would make me sick. I'm
Yep.
sorry. Oh gosh.
So look it up. Bullet ant glove ritual.
Yeah. I'm just looking at pictures and just looking at it looks scary.
Yeah.
It's
The
just like
mitten looks scary because it looks like that thing from Dune where you're supposed to put your hand in there. You're like, okay, and then it's just pain.
oh gosh. It looks like a woven basket with just ants everywhere.
Yep. There's like 100 in there, right? Yeah, there's like 100. Some of
Mm.
the gloves look really cool. Like some of them have cool like patterns and stuff on the outside.
Okay.
But those people have to do it like 20 times.
Oh gosh, why?
I don't know. I'd just leave. I'd be like, bye.
See you later. I'm
I
done.
don't want to be part of your club. Bye.
All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening for another Foolish Wanderers podcast. We hope you enjoyed. And if you have any suggestions for any future episodes, please feel free to email us at fwplisteners@gmail.com.
And as always, new episodes of the FWP are released to wherever you get your podcasts from, including this place that you are listening to right now.
Yes. All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain under a macanil tree,